going to move on to the next politician running for office that can do a good job helping us out here is my friend Gardner Eastland. You can see I chose some fun pictures of him up there with his sons. He's a big kid, and he's running for the 311th Family Court. And he's running on a just like Bridget is for the kids, he's running to help the children out. And he really believes that. He wants to get the morass of the state out of the families that are in jeopardy and they're going through the worst time in their life, having a divorce. Let's find a way that gets the morass of the state out of the way. He really is a family man. So I'm going to introduce our friend here again. You've already met him, and he said, "Joe, I want to talk to these people. I want to underwrite this luncheon." And I said, "Okay, you can do that. Come talk."
So welcome, Gardner. Thank you all very much. Again, Gardner Eastland running for the 311th Family District Court. So,
can y'all hear him? Okay. They want you louder.
In 2018, the families of Harris County that were already in crisis had a horrible day. In November 2018, largely due to straight ticket voting, we lost very seasoned, wonderful, experienced conservative judges all through the courthouse. Included in that were a group of 10 family judges that knew what they were doing, that protected families, that had conservative values, that didn't like crime, that didn't like drugs, that didn't like child abuse, that didn't like all these horrible things that these families were going through. And so we have a chance now, me and a bunch of my colleagues that are running, to take the courthouse back. What is really scary is in the primary, the Republican primary in my race, there were over 49,000 people that voted that day, but did not vote in my race. It's called the undervote. Now, I was able to pull it out, but what that means is a bunch of people, even Republicans, are going in and not voting all the way down the ballot. In other words, they will vote for the governor, the lieutenant governor, whoever, and then they walk out. That is how my colleagues and I that are running as Republicans to take the courthouse back may lose. So not only do I need you to beg your friends and family to vote, but they need to vote in every race. What I like to tell people is, if elected, I'm going to handle 10% of the family law cases in this county. So you have a much higher chance of running into me, or someone you know and love running into me, than the governor. Now, I'm not going to put down Abbott. Of course, I want him to win. I love Governor Abbott. But you've got to vote all the way down the ballot. And it's the children that matter. And it's unfortunate. I'm going to tell you one story about my incumbent, Wayne Dolcefino, our good friend, put out a video about her, which is very telling and alarming. A colleague of mine gave my opponent the maximum donation. The police had gone out to a house in Harris County twice because Dad is firing off a pistol in the house and the children are there. So 2 emergency motions were filed in family court. We've got to do something. This guy's firing off a gun in the house. Well, the incumbent, Jermaine Tanner, looks at her donation rolls, has 2 hearings, and says, "Gosh, this lawyer donated $5,000 to me, the maximum." So she doesn't change the visitation at all, regardless of, despite the fact that there's 2 police reports and there's bullet holes in the wall. So that's the kind of thing we're up against. I can't be bought. I'm taking a 50% pay cut to do this. I want to protect the children because I'm a divorced dad with children. And so I beg you all to help me, not only in my court, but all of the courts. Family, criminal, civil, CPS, juvenile, all of them. Please tell everyone to vote down the entire ballot. That's what I'm asking you for. And in my court, it's about the children. I don't think anything is more important than your own family, and our future depends on the children. So help me and my colleagues protect them. Thank you.
Thank you, Gardner.
Can you explain, so what number are you on the ballot, do you know?
In the primary, unfortunately, the family lawyers were put at the very back. They haven't produced the ballot yet.
So you don't know
for the
number
general,
yet?
So I have no
Okay.
idea.
Do you know yet where you are on the ballot, number-wise?
We will be close to page 10.
Okay.
10.
There'll be 90-something, 90-some-odd offices you'll vote for in Harris County on the ballot. And the way it always works is you've got federal, US, and then higher level state, and it trickles down to the county. And then at the very end, you've got all your bonds and referendums, things like that. So you're gonna have a long ballot this year, and you've got to encourage everybody to go down and click that Republican, all the way down, that conservative, and, or, you know, unless you've got another.
It's the longest ballot in the country.
It is
It's the
ridiculous.
longest ballot in the country.
And it'll be 2 pages, and there were a lot of problems with the last ballot
Right.
with the 2 pages.
Oh, that's right.
Right. Okay, so Tina?
I have a question actually for all of you all. Do you know whether or not the local GOP is doing something to get out the vote for everybody? I mean, is there some,
Yes,
something
in
going on
fact,
for that?
well, they're doing some things to raise money to get the vote out. There's an initiative to raise money to help the county courtroom judges, criminal, civil, family. They want to raise money to get mailers, some radio, if they raise enough, possibly some TV, to encourage vote Republican all the way down the ballot and that type of thing.
They're also doing a block walking
We don't know how
program.
much money they're going to end up raising and what they're going to be able to buy, but within the next 6 weeks, they're gonna have an idea of where they really are. So, did you guys have anything to add to that? Do you have anything to add to that?
Other than they have the block walking program, which they had outside funding for it. They ran a little bit short, so they asked me for some extra money, so I need to raise it from you so I can pay them. But,
Yes, it sounds like a political campaign. Okay, Rob?
Just real quick, if someone is uncontested, does it make a difference if you vote for them? Does the vote tally still make a
They
difference?
need
for
at
them?
least one vote in Texas to actually get sworn into the office.
Yeah, okay,
And that has happened.
really?
It's happened in small elections where, you know, they were the incumbent, nobody, they're the only one on the ballot, and nobody, they didn't vote for themselves in a small election. They had a problem. Okay.